became angry. This pastimes happens at Setubanda, near the coast of the ocean. The Samudra came to the Lord with great haste and surrendered to him, wanting to help him in every way. The Lord then attempted to bridge the ocean, and with the help of advice from Vibhishan, he attacked Ravan's capital, Lanka. Previously, Hanuman, the attendant servant of the Lord, had set fire to Lanka, and now, with the help of Lakshmana, forces of Lord Ramachandra killed all the Rakshasa soldiers. Then Lord Ramachandra personally killed Ravan. Nodari and the other warriors lamented for Ravan, and in accordance with Lord Ramachandra's order, Vibhishan performed the funeral ceremonies for all the dead in the family. Lord Ramachandra then gave Vibhishan the right to rule Lanka and also granted him a long duration of life. The Lord delivered Sita Devi from the Ashoka forest and carried her in a flower airplane to his capital, Ayodhya, where he was received by his brother Bharat. When Lord Ramachandra entered Ayodhya, Bharat brought his wooden shoes. Vibhishan and Sugriva held a whisk and a fan. Hanuman carried an umbrella. Shatrughna carried the Lord's bow and 2 quivers, and Sita Devi carried a water pot containing water from holy places. Angada carried a sword, and Jambavan, Riksha Raj means riksha is a bear, carried a shield. After Lord Ramachandra, accompanied by Lord Lakshman and Mother Sita Devi, met all his relatives, the great sage Vasishtha, and throned him as king. The chapter ends with a short description of Lord Ramachandra's rule in Ayodhya. The rule was 36,000 years. So, Shri Shuka Vacha Khadvangadir Bhauscha Ragustamat Prithushrava Ajastatu Maharajas Tasmad Dasharat Ho Bhavat. Shukadev Goswami said the son of Maharaj Khadvanga was Jaghabhahu, and his son was the celebrated Maharaj Raghu. From Maharaj Raghu came Aja, and from Aja was born the great personality Maharaj Dasharat.
Can you put the other text?
Oh yes.
Thank you.
Like this?
Yeah.
Okay, together. Tasyapi Bhagavanesha Sakshat Brahma Mayo Harihi Amsham Sena Chaturdhagat Putradvam Pratirtha Surehe Rama Lakshmana Bharat Shatrugna iti samgyana Tasyapi Bhagavanesha Sakshat Brahma Mayo Hari Shamsena Chaturdhaga Uttaradvam Pratirtha Sure Lakshmana Bharat Shatrugna iti samgyaya Shri Radha Parishid Narani Taisa Chishita Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Ki. No, it's your turn.
Tasyapi Bhagavanesha Sakshat Brahma Mayo Harihi Amsham Shena Chaturdhaga Putradvam Pratirtha Surahi Rama Lakshmana Bharatam Shatrugna iti samgyanaya.
Can you read from there?
incense.
All incense.
Tasyapi Bhagavanesa
Tasyapi Bhagavanesa
Sakshat Brahmanayo Hari
Sakshat Brahmanayo Hari
Ashanshina Chaturdaga
Ashanshina Chaturdaga
Putratvam Pratita Surai
Putratvam Pratita Surai
Rama Lakshmana Bharata
Rama Lakshmana Bharata
Shatrugna Iti Sangyaya
Shatrugna Iti Sangyaya. Vaishnavis?
Tasyapi Bhagavanesha
Tasyapi Bhagavanesha
Sakshat Brahmamayo Hari
Sakshat Brahmamayo Hari
Anshamesena Chaturdagat
Ashamesena Chaturdagat
Putratvam Paratita Sura
Putratvam Pratita Surai
Rama Lakshmana Bharat
Rama Lakshmana Bharata
Shatrugna Iti Sanjaya.
Shatrugna Iti Sanjaya. Okay. Tasya of him, Maharaj Dasharath, Api also Bhagavan, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Shaha, all of them, Sakshat, directly, Brahmamaya, the Supreme Para Brahman, the Absolute Truth, Harihi, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Amshamshina, by an expansion of a plenary portion, Chaturdha, by fourfold expansions, Agat, accepted, Putradvam, sonhood, Pratirtha, being prayed for, Surehe, by the demigods, Ram, Lord Ramachandra, Lakshman, Lord Lakshman, Bharat, Lord Bharat, Shatrugna, Lord Shatrugna, Iti, thus, Samgirya, by different names. Translation by His Divine Grace, Vaishnava Ravindra, Bhaktivedanta, Swamipad, Prabhupada. Being prayed for the demigods, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the Absolute Truth Himself, directly appeared with His expansion and expansions of the expansion. Their holy names were Ram, Lakshman, Bharat, and Shatrugna. These celebrated incarnation thus appeared in four forms as the sons of Maharaj Dasharath. So, Lord Ramachandra and his brothers, Lakshman, Bharat, and Shatrugna, are all Vishnu Tattva, not Jiva Tattva. The Supreme Personality of Godhead expands into many, many forms. Advaitam Achyutam Anagdim Anantarupam Adyam Purusha Purana Navayovanam Sha Vedeshu Durlabham Durlabhamatma Bhakto Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. Although they are one and the same, Vishnu Tattva has many forms and incarnations, as confirmed in the Brahma Samhita 539. Ramadimurti Shukala Niyamena Tishtham Nanavatada Makarot Bhuvane Shukintu Krishna Zwayam Samabhavat Paramapumanyo Govindamadi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. The Lord is situated in many forms, such as Ram, Lakshman, Bharat, and Shatrugna, and these forms may exist in any part of His creation. All these forms exist permanently, eternally, as individual personalities of Godhead, and they resemble many candles, all equally powerful. Lord Ramachandra, Lakshman, Bharat, and Shatrugna, who being Vishnu Tattva are all equally powerful, became the sons of Maharaj Dasharath in response to prayers by the demigods. Omagyan Timanandasya Yadangara Shalakaya Shakshurminitam Yada Tasme Shigurave Namaha Shishitanya Manobisham Stapitam Yana Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamagyam Dadati Svapadantikam Vandeyam Shri Guru Shukapadakamadam Shri Guru Vaishnavam Cha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Raghunatam Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Sabadrutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Pada Sagana Lalita Shri Sakam Vitam Cha Hey Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinamambo Jagatpate Gopisha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostite Tata Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vishwamanu Sutirili Vanamani Hari Hariye Mancha Kalpatarubhishcha Kripa Sindhu Cha Patitana Bhavyo Vaishnavyo Namo Namaha Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Radha Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Shri Raghupati Raghavala Jaram ki Shri Sitaram Lakshmana Hanuman ki So today, this is my pleasure that our dear temple commander Rasaparan asked me spontaneously to give class. So I took up the challenge actually because this is the glories of the Lord and especially Ramachandra. Then I'm really grateful that it was arranged like that. So this is my gratitude to all of you that we are here to speak about the glories of the tattoo of Yuha. So being prayed by the demigods, the Supreme Personality of the Absolute Himself directly appeared with expansion, Amsha, expansion of the expansion means Kala. Here it's Amsha Amshina, but actually we call that Kala. Ramadimurti Shukala. Ramadimurti Shukalan Yamena Tishtan. From beginning of Ram, actually Para Ram, then comes all the expansion. So I just want to share with you. Oh my God! I forgot my pen. Can you bring my pen? So yeah, without the pen, it will be difficult. And I just want to illustrate with you a quick scheme so you can understand how the expansion works. So from Krishna comes Ramachandra, Varaha. So from Balaram comes actually what we call Chaturvyuha. Who has read the Adi Lila, who speaks about those principles? All the Tattva? No, we didn't read them. So here it's mentioned Krishna is Vayam, Bhagavan, then there is Svayam, Prakash, then there is Vilas, and so on. All those different types of expansion. Thank you so much. It's really complete. And actually, Krishna Das Kaviraj Goswami, before to present Chaitanya Charitamrita, explained the truth in great details about the position of Lord Chaitanya Nityananda, and he explains all the philosophy regarding them. So if you want more information, you go there. So here is Krishna, here is Balaram, here is the Chaturvyuha. So anyone knows what the Chaturvyuha is composed of? You know?
Ramachandra.
Here in the pastimes, but originally.
Vasudev, Sankarsana, Nirodha.
Yes. So should I write the names?
You can write it.
Okay. Okay. So Vasudev is actually four-ended form. Wherever Krishna kills a demon, we say he is using his Vasudev form. Because Krishna is so sweet that he won't take the burden of killing and putting blood, you know. So wherever there is a killing a demon in Dwarka, in Vrindavan, this is the Vasudeva form which is present in Krishna, because Krishna is complete, is Adipurusha. And after that there is Vasudeva Sankarshan. So Sankarshan is basically expansion of Balaram. But I have to explain to you that this. Okay, like that. This, I take like that. Otherwise, you may lose yourself. Okay, from Balaram comes the Chaturvyuha, and from the Chaturvyuha comes Vasudeva, Sankarshan, Pradyumna, and Aniruddha. Pradyumna is not the god of the Cupidon. No? He actually is the original source of the Cupidon. And Aniruddha. And if you want to know, so now I will have to explain to you this goes like that. So Aniruddha is actually what we call in different terms Kshirodakashayi Vishnu. Okay, so this is it means this is the super soul. Okay, Pradyumna is what we call Garbhodakashayi Vishnu. This is the super soul of the universe. From him comes the lotus flower on which Aja or Brahma is born. Okay. The name of Brahma is Aja, is non-born. This is not born from a woman and a father. And Sankarshan is actually the expansion of Balaram or in Dwarka. From Sankarshan means one who links. Sang means the dhatu is sangha, to assemble. And Sankarshan got his name because he can link Rohini Devi with Devaki Devi. And therefore he can link different families together. Rohini Devi is considered to be on the Kshatriya side of the Yadus, and Devaki is considered to be another family, and so like this here, his sister is Subhadra, so he links different family together, and similarly he also links Krishna with Yashoda by coming prior to Krishna's advent. He comes in the womb to purify the womb, and then Yogamaya arranged for the transfer. So like this, he arranged to link different families together. So Balaram is meant also by his name, it means he's a unifying factor. And Vasu means to reside. Dev is divine, the one who resides in a divine place. So as soon as Vasudeva Shabditam, this verse that has been recited by Shiva in the 4th canto. This is explaining what is the Vasudeva state of consciousness. So what is a Shuddha Sattvam? Vasudeva Shabditam. Shuddha Sattva means when you attain a transcendental goodness, then that means your consciousness is totally pure and reside in the divine. That means you have constant absorption. Now, if I remember correctly, from this Chaturvyuha, from one of the members, I'm not sure if it's Vasudeva Sankarshan. I think this is from I want to check to be sure. I have a doubt about yes. So that's what I was thinking. So, Prabhupada, sorry. So from Sankarshan comes Narayan. Okay? This you will find in details as I said in Chaitanya Charitamrita. And from Narayan then comes all the Vishnus. The three Vishnus, okay? Yes. So even though I say that Aniruddha represent Kshodakashi, Vishnu, Pradyumna represent, still it's considered that from Narayan the three Vishnu appears. So like that, okay? Those terms. So Ramadi Multishu Kala Niyamena Tishtan. From Balaram comes all the Kala, the expansion of expansions. Nanavataram Akarot Bhuvaneshu Kintu. They are unlimited in ever new pastimes of all the avatars. So Prabhupada say Advaita Machyatim Achyutam Anadim Anantarupam. So there is a different, there is different contradiction in Lord Ram's appearance. Even this verse is Brahma Mayo, so is the Supreme Brahman. And the Supreme Brahman is said to be unborn, yet he comes from Maharaj Dashrath. So why is the Lord, and this is a thing that this is a common theme in the Vedas, and this is actually why most of the people cannot take to Bhakti or cannot place their faith into Bhakti. This is because it's mentioned in the Vayu Puran, Bhagavat Ishvarya Yogat Bhagavan Virudartho Vidiyate Tatapi Dosho Parane Guna Rupa Samyuktam. That Ishvarya Yagat Bhagavan, those opulences from the Lord, they Virudartho Vidiyate. They are difficult to reconcile. They are actually in opposition with his activities, his qualities. And therefore it's difficult for common men to understand that. Yet, this verse says, those contradictions makes the Lord even more glorious and even more magnificent and even more attractive for his devotees. So there is two tension continuously, especially in Ram and Lord Ramachandra and Krishna. There is the divine nature of the Lord and the human nature of the Lord. Can you follow me? So in the divine nature of the Lord, there is the position is supreme controller. The position is to be a supreme controller. It's mentioned in Bhagavad Gita. Anyone has a verse regarding the supreme position of the Lord? Okay. But more than that, like we say a thing where you say Ham, for example. Yes, that's a good one.
1865 also, your business to become my devotee.
Yes. I was thinking about Bhaktaram Yagyatapasya. I think most of things like that. Sarvaloka Maheshwaram. So the Supreme Controller is there. Yet Krishna bewilders the whole world by taking the role of a human. Any verse from the Bhagavad Gita who says so? I'm just recalling with you. Yes, but that's the end of the verse, no? No. Rajastin Mamuda, Janando, Mamuda Meshvara. Yes, wow, that's a good one. I was thinking about Nam Prakasha Sarvasya. But yes, so people, they don't understand. They think I'm a human because I looks like. So in this world, the externals are really illusory, and people, they may go through their life trying to chase after those illusory things. Similarly, Krishna looks like a human, and most of the people, they think this is called anthropomorphism. You know this word, this term? This is the projection of a human mind. Because I'm human, therefore God should look like me, you know. But actually, it says in the Bible, we are made after the image of God. So, why Krishna wants, or Ramachandra looks so human? Well, it is said in, actually I will show you the verse. Martyavataras viha martya shikshana. So, you know, in this fifth canto, Hanuman is praying his Lord. So this is Hanuman speaking. Martyavataras viha martya shikshanam rakshu vadhayava nakevaram vibho kuto niyat tasya daratman sva-atmana sita kritani vyasana nijvarasya. And it was ordained that Ravan, chief of the Rakshasa, could not be killed anyone but by a man. He received the boon, you remember? Ravan prayed to Lord Brahma, make me like deathless. Brahma says, I cannot do so. Okay, so like Hiranyakashipu, please make me not killed by this type of person, this type of person, this type of person. But Ravan was so puffed up that he thought, humans are so insignificant. So I don't even have to pronounce, don't make me killed by a human. Because it's like to say, don't let an ant kill me, you know. Oh, that was his position. So he didn't say that. So among all the species, the 8 million foreign species, he forgot one human, you know. So for this reason, Lord Ramachandra, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, appeared in the form of human. Yes. So actually, there is some commentary of Vishvana Chakravarti, and he says that external reason of Ramachandra for appearing like a human. So just 1 second, please bear with me.
What is the internal reason?
Yeah, I'm coming to that. No, I'm coming to that. So here, Supreme Controller, and here he is acting like an earthly being. There is 4 reasons for that. You want to hear the 4 reasons?
Yes.
Okay, so I will show you. One is we understood, actually there is even 5 reasons. We understood Ravana was to be killed by human only. So because of Ravana's boon, okay, that's an external reason. Now, Yachaya, if we check what they said quickly. The Jaya, they said, oh, yes, actually the second answer is in the verse. So, appeared in the form of human being. Lord Ramachandra's mission, however, was not only to kill Ravan, but to teach mortal being. So, the second reason is, actually we often refer to Ramachandra as Dharmapala, Dharmaraj. Dharmapala means the protector of Dharma. This is one of great feature of Lord Ramachandra was representing the ideal king. Therefore, in India, when Modi established the Ramachandra temple, the enthusiasm of the population was about Hindu revival. We want again the Ramraj again to be established, because Ram is the kingdom of Ram is representing the ideal situation, society where everybody lives peacefully in security with everyone. So he is representing Ramachandra Dharma. So in order to teach Dharma, he took the position of a human so we can relate to him. In the same way that the spiritual master does not do any miracle. You know why? Yeah. Because if he does miracle, then the disciples cannot do a thing that the spiritual master does. So the disciples should be able to do everything that the spiritual master does. So the spiritual master with bona fide does not show any miracle, even though he could do so, because he wants his disciple to follow his footsteps in every way. Similarly, the Lord descended as a human so that we can follow his footsteps in every way. So to teach Dharma. Okay? So here the third reason is just to teach mortal being also that material happiness centered around sex life or certain around one's wife is the cause of all the miseries. So basically, hey, what are you doing? Basically, a third reason is to teach the difficulties of what? Grihastha. Yes. Difficulties of Grihastha. Why? Because Ramachandra had everything. Position, the strength, the beauty, the love of his subjects, everything. He has the perfect wife, chaste, renowned, beautiful, obedient. Yet, his marriage, especially for Sita Devi, from beginning to end, externally looked like a giant calamity. Yeah. Isn't it? Yeah. One day, we have one devotee in New Mayapur, and the spiritual master said, okay, during initiation, your name will be Sita Devi. And she broke in crying, no, not Sita. Really? Yeah, and the spiritual master said, why is not, this name is marvelous. No, Sita has such a difficult life. I don't want. Oh my God. So the spiritual master thought, okay, it won't be Sita Devi. Your name will be Sita Thakurani.
Oh, okay. Oh, wow.
Like that. Yeah, Sita Devi's life is like Kunti Devi, from one struggle to another. Um, she's born in the sand, and her father is plowing the field with a golden plow to prepare a sacrifice, and he finds a baby. So she's orphan, practically, like that. She's raised, and then when she finally comes to be in age to be married, she finds the perfect husband, but then she has to go from the position of a queen into the forest. Actually, Ramachandra says you stay in home because you have been raised as a princess. How can a princess can so tender, who is not accustomed to labor, can follow me in the forest where there is pebbles, where there is danger, insects and elements like heat and cold. You cannot. But Sita Devi says a marvelous thing. She says a thing like heat and light cannot be separated. Similarly, if I'm separated from you, I will die. So she had to follow. So it's explained that even though it was really difficult and austere for her, she actually was happy with Ramachandra. Wherever is the source of all pleasure, you must be happy despite any condition. So despite any circumstances, Sita Devi was happy. Yet she had to be separated, and that's one more calamity, And we see that during abduction, then the Rakshasas were insulting her, practically torturing her. Oh, you should marry Ravan, because otherwise, if you don't do so quick, we'll put you under the fire and we will hit you. And your cheek and your face seems so appetizing. We want to hit you now. But it's only because Ravan loves you so much that we don't do so. So we wait for that. Be careful. Marry Ravan, marry Ravan. Every day Ravan will come to see Sita Devi and says, my dear beautiful, your Ramachandra will never come to see you. So please marry me. Don't wait. So she has so much struggle, so much pressure. And when she finally came back to Ayodhya, what happened? Yes, she performed sati. Not Sita, she performed sati. So she entered into the fire. Why? Because one day when Ramachandra was disguised as a citizen, Krishna would actually do the same. It's mentioned in the pastimes of Varka. He will disguise and he will try to spy if there is any rumors, if there is any people who try to side against him. And then finally Ramachandra hears someone. Oh, you have not been here this evening in the house. Where have you been? In the house of another man? I'm not like Ramachandra, who can accept his wife after she has been in another's house. So leave the house. And when Ramachandra heard that, he thought, oh my God, the citizens are criticizing me for having accepted a wife, even though she has proved her chastity, because she entered in the fire before to again being brought back after King Ravan to Ayodhya, though for the citizen that was not sufficient. The principle was like, if the woman has been captured by another man, even touched, then she must be rebuked. But actually, in Chaitanya Charitamrita, it's explaining from some Puran, Koma Puran, I think so, that actually it was Maya Sita, and the real Sita was never been to be touched. It's similar to pastimes of Krishna, where Shankasuda, Shankasuda, it's a demon in Rajalila. He takes the hand of some gopis and he says, come. He interrupts the Rasalila. Shankasuda, he's a demon with a conch. And he touched the gopis, even though he's a demon. But actually he touched Maya gopis. because the demons cannot touch the transcendental supreme energy of the Lord. They are not in touch with spiritual energy unless this is the Lord's will. So difficulties of Grihastha Ashram was not, everything looks nice, but then it's beginning to be difficult. But so what Ramachandra says basically to you through his story is that don't try to be happy, or don't try to expect happiness by being married. Don't try to expect any material happiness in this world. I'm so sorry. But this is basically, it's the message of the verse. I'm not saying. Don't try to be happy materially. Because often what devotees they do, let's be honest. I'm not happy as a brahmachari, so let me be happy materially, at least as a grihastha. But this is not a good reason to become grihastha. Actually, we should feel I'm not properly situated as a brahmachari. As a grihastha, I could do more service to Bhagavan. That's a good reason to marry. Not that I want a comfortable situation, not that I don't want to deal with so many seva and so many devotees, not that I don't want to flee responsibilities and I want to enjoy my senses. That's not actually what will bring you happiness. If you want to be happy in Grihastha Ashram, it's still possible. Don't worry. Because there is a verse in the Things Canto who says that wherever there is discussion of Krishna Katha, there is no fear, there is no miseries, there is no enmity, as long as we are engaged. As long as we are engaged. Griyashvatam chapi. I want to show this verse because this is a verse really nice. Grihesh. How is it? Let me just look quickly on internet. Or actually I have that in my... This is all the verses that I'm learning. So actually this verse is... Sorry for the... Please bear with me. Did I forget to add it to the list? Yes. So, oh my God. This is not exhaustive. So, anyway, this verse exactly says that even though you are situated in the Grihastha Ashram, you can attain happiness, you can be fearless, you can be happy, you can be in harmony with everyone if you are engaged in the service of the Lord. So we have to balance things. It's not that Grihastha Ashram is simple, Grihastha Ashram is wonderful, it's full of miseries, but it's not that you cannot make spiritual advancement as a Grihastha. Actually, you can attain perfection. So we should never think that because I'm a renunciant, I'm a brahmachari, I'm a sannyasi, I'm a vanaprastha, I'm better than the other. That's maya. That's false ego. There is nothing like that will help us to chant the holy name. Trinadapi Suna, Sanichuna, Trinadapi Sunicana means actually consider others to be better than myself. Therefore, I'm their servant. If I consider myself better than all the Grihastas, then actually I consider myself maybe better than 95% of the members of ISKCON. Because ISKCON is composed mainly primarily of Grihastas. So I should never think that I'm better than the other on external basis. That's a misconception. That's usually my conception. So actually, let us just finish. One fourth reason, we will finish the verse. Is the self-sufficient Supreme Personality of Godhead, and nothing is lamentable for him. Therefore, why else could he be subjected to tribulations like the kidnapping of Mother Sita? So, actually, there is another translation of this verse by Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. So we take another principles from him. The translation in black is his translation. The appearance of the Lord in this world was not only for the purpose of killing Ravan, but to teach human being. And Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur says to teach human being about Prema Bhakti. Because there is Dharma, Varnashram Dharma, and there is Sanatan Dharma. So not only Rajaram, perfect kingdom, but also the ways of Bhakti. So there is a celebrated verse in Chaitanya Charitamrita and Ramayana. Tavasmiti Chayachate Habayam Sarvada Tasme Dadami Yetam Vratam Mama. The Lord says, whoever someone says just only one time, I'm surrendering into you, I protect him and I make him fearless. So this is the way of bhakti. So Ramachandra, by acting as a human, by acting interacting with his devotees, such as Shabara, Hanuman, Vibhishan, and so on, then he shows how he loves them and how he can be conquered by bhakti. Because the Lord, you think, is so weak that he cannot cross the ocean? He needs an army of monkeys? You think he's so weak that he needs Hanuman to jump over? He does not need. He can travel from space to space. He has the potency, but he wants to engage his devotees. And by the service they show, Ramachandra feels so indebted to them that he says, you ask anything. And Hanuman says, I don't want anything else but your lotus feet and more service, life after life. That's the prayer of Hanuman. Like that. So to teach basically the principles of bhakti, and we will finish on the last principle. Last principles of the Lord appearing as a human, that only advanced devotees can understand. One of the reasons for Ramachandra to appear as a human is that he has to find a reason to be separated from Sita Devi in order for them to experience Viparamma. So one of the reasons that he was separating, acting like a human, is to taste separation. So that only advanced devotee can understand. To taste separation, because it is said that in Ujjvala Nilamani, it is said when you plunge tissue in a red dyeing color, repeatedly, you take it out, you dry it, you plunge it again, you take it out, you plunge it again, then the color becomes more intense. And this verse says, similarly, the more you separate someone and you bring them together again and again, the more each time the union is stronger. So it was for them to experience more and more love. So that's all. I think we are over time. Thank you for your attention. So if there is any boiling question, we will jump to personal. Any boiling question? No. Okay. One boiling question.
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Prabhu.
Krishna.
Dhanavad Pranam. Prabhu, in lecture you talked about happiness.
Yes.
So people try to find happiness through different means. So we try to find peacefulness. So I'm trying to understand and in that stage. So which is better, to be peaceful or in the ecstasy stage?
Oh, I will show you Bhagavad Gita. Okay.
Yes, Prabhu.
So let us go to a verse which speaks about that. And I think this is
Because in generally we live in environment
yes.
where people is trying to be happy, and it's our mind that they are acting in ways that they are making themselves happy and we are peaceful. So why not we become happy also? So confusing becomes.
Nasti buddhirayuktasya nacha yuktasya bhavana nacha bhayavata shanti rashantasya kuta sukha. Basically, nasti buddhir ayuktasya. How can you understand the Lord? Buddhi means actually Buddhi yoga means to understand the Lord. To have transcendental knowledge, if you don't, ayuktasya means if you don't perform seva. If you don't perform seva, how can you have experience? Bhav. If you don't have bhav, how can you be happy, peaceful, shanti? If you are not peaceful, then how can you be happy? So this is the process. If you want to get happiness, you need to be peaceful. If you want to be peaceful, you need some spiritual experience. If you want to have spiritual experience, you need seva. Yes.
Engagement.
Like that. Hare Krishna. Okay. Shri Ramachandra, Lakshman, Hanuman, Shatrughna, Bharat ki. Jai Gaur Premanande. Srila Prabhupada ki.
Revatinandana Prabhu.
Jai.
Jai.
Guru Maharaj, Jai Shri Prabhupada.